Oh yeah. No, but I need to call Alberto and follow up on that. Why? Why? Because I need to find this off-market deal for myself. So I'm looking at buying this property. I'm in escrow to buy this property. And what I realized today, after walking it with my buddy who um, ended up owning over 800 units, the guy that just walked in with me, he owned 800 units at one point. So I took him to his property to see his opinion on it. And his opinion on it was Voltaire. This is a gold mine. What you need to do is finish owning the rest of the block. So if I buy this apartment complex, this is half an acre, 23,000 square feet. And he said a developer's dream is to own the entire thing. So now I got to figure out who owns this property next to me, this little property, little triplex, I think, and figure out if I could buy it from them. And then once I own the entire block, then it's way more valuable to a developer, right? So I said, all right, cool. So this is how you do it. You go into a tax record, you see who owns it. Well, first thing that pops in my head is I'm dealing with a pro. They own it in an LLC, um, and it's, I don't even know where this is. Canyon Country, Soledad, Canyon Road. That's interesting. I don't know where that's at, but I'm gonna find out. And then it's like, okay, the next thing I got to know is that they bought it in 2019 for 722,000. And check this out. No mortgage history. So they bought it cash. So these people are like pros because they bought it cash, no financing, LLC, you know, it's like these people know what the heck they're doing. Um, so it's like, okay, so my next thought now is like, okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to just get at a great price, right? Because these people, they're pros. So I'm gonna throw in here. So the next thing I did do is I always look at the LLC to see what else they own. So sure enough, they own all these other properties. So from there, I start to go and look for their personal residence where they live. And in this case, look at they own this apartment complex. Uh, they bought in 2022 for 1.6 million. And see, look at this is a mistake that I was looking for. You see this? Does anyone know the zip code?
That's La Jolla, UTC
Yep.
area.
There we go, UTC. So this is University City. So that tells me this is probably their primary residence, right? So they live La Jolla, University City. Let's see if they bought this one cash. Yep, cash. No mortgage, no nothing. So now I know I'm dealing with people with money. So what's next in my mind? Can anyone guess what the next thing in my mind is?
Look up that property.
Yes, I'm gonna look at that property, but what else is going through my mind in regards to potentially, you know, putting this deal together that I'm thinking of?
If he's single. No, I'm kidding.
If he's single.
Um, no, to Google that or look into
Yeah,
the address.
I'm gonna look into all this, but what else is going through my head in regards to the actual deal?
Oh,
Can anyone guess? So far, two properties paid off, cash that they just bought recently. Not a long time ago, but recently. By the way, found another mistake. Looks like this is another property. Does anyone know this zip code?
Hillcrest area.
Yep, Hillcrest Mission Hills. So now it's like, okay, they have another nice home somewhere over here, right? Um, Look at mortgage history, zero. They bought this property 2016, it looks like, and or maybe they did have a, let me see, when in 2023 is when they transferred to this trust. So hospitality group. So now I'm starting to get more information on them, right? Little by little. The next property that owns under this LLC, see, I get the same University City address here, mailing address. They bought it 2020 for 440. Zero mortgages. So, and this is like a duplex in the hood that they own. Uh, the next one, it's something right here in National City. Whenever you see this, that's usually uh, it, B Avenue. That's National City. Yeah. So they bought this one 5 years ago. Again, cash. I mean, these people have money to buy these properties cash. That ain't no joke. And they're using different brokers. So what does that tell you? You could slide in with people like this because
They're not
they don't
loyal.
have, yeah, it's like they don't have one broker. They're just getting deals from different people. And so you could definitely help somebody like this. The last one is that they bought this one last year, 6 months ago, cash, no mortgage history. I mean, these guys have money, right? So what was going through my mind earlier, right, was that now I don't have to say, hey, let me buy your property because they say, no, we're not selling. Now I could say, hey, why don't you buy my property next door to you? And now you own the whole city block. I already know they got money. And I know that they're buying recently. It's not like they bought 20 years ago and they haven't bought nothing since. Does that make sense, guys? So now I'm flipping the deal in my head where I'm just like, well, here, I'll sell it to you for X amount of dollars, right? First, I'll ask them if they want to sell it to me. They say no. I say, oh, how about I buy from you then? Okay. So now, not
Even
to
though
get into
your
the
friend told you it was a gold mine, like why would you want to sell a gold mine?
because if the price is right, then it is a gold mine, and he's 100% correct. It could go either way,
Mm.
right? And then I take my money and then I take it somewhere else. So now this is the big aha. We're gonna find out these people's names right now, right? Because I'm searching up their house. And by the way, I haven't even Googled the LLC, but that's something. Here we go. Dams Family Trust. So it's Eric and Kathleen, and looks like they got some type of loan many years back. Nice home, 3,800 square foot home. So this is like a lot of research, right? Just to kind of figure out who I'm dealing with. And then I could Google them and see who they are. And then, before I pick up the phone and call them or pull up to their house, right? So I'm just kind of, okay, really nice home, nice street, nice community. Let's check out the value real quick. 2.3 million on Redfin. Zillow has it at 2.3. So it's an expensive home. They're buying stuff cash. I don't know who they are, but I'm gonna Google them some more. But that's how you find kind of an off-market opportunity. So I'm gonna try to structure some type of deal with them. We'll see. But any questions on anything before we wrap up? All right. Well, hopefully you guys go after that 6 houses, sell it to an investor, make some money. Well, how much was it again? $220,000 commission. There we go. I think that was the deal for the day. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Coffee and cash. Bring a friend. Peace.
Thanks.
Yep.